Avi Meyers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine. And we're cramming in the guests today, but we got such quality, what can we possibly do? Thanks entire Tata Kruku Sunny Hersh, caps24.org for your community policing, ntnm.org to find the video replays on the show. And it is always a pleasure to have the hospice chaplain of the Midwest Palliative and Hospice Care Center, Rabbi Pinchas Eisenbach. Rabbi Eisenbach, thank you so much for gracing us.
Thank you, likewise.
And tell us, you've always got words of inspiration for us, and you're always educating us. So what would you like to talk about today?
Today, since next week is the holiday of Pesach, Passover, and there's a beautiful story told where a lady came over to a rabbi and told her, "Rabbi, can I use milk instead of wine for Passover?" His wife looked at the rabbi and asked, "How come you don't say yes or no? What's going on?" The rabbi said, we have to listen. Listen again. What's going on? She says, "Why don't you give him fish, matzahs, give him some chicken and food, and please go to the house, make sure that the children and everyone is dressed nice and okay." His wife didn't understand. She comes back. He says, "Rabbi, you missed a few more things. They don't even have shoes." And I was wondering that why you didn't ask her anything about religion. You were looking at can I help her? You really listened good the first time that I learned something. The reason I'm mentioning this story because sometimes people talk and they cannot express their needs. They're afraid, and you have to look in between the lines. Over here too, when I deal with sick people, it's very important not to judge people, to listen to them, and to see how we can help and work together. And this is what we do in Midwest Hospice. I listen to people to see how can I help them. I'm there for them, not to judge them, to listen and to be if someone is in pain or they need or they have any medical ethical questions. What do I do? Because sometimes people do things and later they regret because they said, "Well, if I knew, I would have done things differently." So I always tell people, take your time. Here are different options. And I want you should also feel comfortable because your loved ones that you love wants that everyone to be on the same page. And that's very important, the holiday of Pesach, of Passover, that when we come together to understand, to be, because there's an expression that sometimes not everything that shines is gold. You can think, oh, that person looks perfect, everything is okay. But when you look inside, believe me, this guy has so much problems and so much baggage that we don't know where to start. And this is why in our place, whether they're Jewish or not Jewish, to help them wherever they are and where they are. And this is the message of the holiday, that we were slaves in Egypt, and remember to help each other and to be together, that we can communicate and listen and not to make any judgments.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. And speaking of healing, you know what I see here? You've got Jewish Healing Network of Chicago. Yes. Is that something new?
Yes. We are, Hospice of the Midwest made a contact together with the Jewish Healing Network of Chicago, which is affiliated with Federation, that we can work together because our expertise with rabbis and social workers and medical ethics, so instead that we don't duplicate, so we work together, which is a beautiful thing that we have done the last year, together with the Jewish Healing.
Very nice. Now, tell us a little bit about the Midwest Palliative and Hospice Care Center. I actually got that right.
Yes, correct. We are a non-profit organization that helps everyone, regardless who they are, which religion. We are ecumenical and diversified, regardless who they are, and to try to help if people are in pain or people are dying. Sometimes people come to us the last minute, and the mind are mushed up. They don't know if they, from right or left, where to come. We guide them to tell them different options and how to help them. Not only myself, but we work with the doctor, the nurses, social workers, and the family, and even the rabbi or the minister, to show that we are on the same page. And it helps the family and us to work and facilitate if there's any problems, or they can express if there's something they don't understand, and we will help them.
You know, and one thing I will say, because the first time I had you on, I was almost questioning myself. You know, we want to try something different, something new, but how many people is this actually going to touch? And I can't begin to tell you how many people have seen Rabbi Eisenbach over the years when we've had him on the show and tell me, you know, like when our mother was sick, when our father was sick, when my husband's, when my wife's, he was there for us in a time of need. He took care of all our cares, and he's spoken of so highly. It's really an outstanding thing. So, no, there's a lot of people that really, you've helped a tremendous number of people through the years, and you may, you know, God give you the good health and strength to do it for many, many more years to come. At this point, Mickey's hands are starting to get in the right direction, so I want to thank very much Rabbi Pinchas Eisenbach of the Midwest Palliative and Hospice Care Center. And I don't have my glasses on, so I'll let you give the phone number.
847-467-7423.
And I want to thank my entire technical crew, Sonny Hersh. Join us again next week, where we'll have a whole set of new shows. I don't know who's going to be on yet. I want to thank you, Rabbi Pinchas Eisenbach, Midwest Hospice Palliative and Care Center. Check all our shows on the web at ntnm.org. We're still big on community policing, but this Midwest Hospice and Palliative Care Center, terrific stuff. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Right. Thank you.
6